Which is good. So, I'm going to tomorrow, list for December. I'll get on now. They're doing it in a big room now. They had a room, well, I'm not sure, but it's a big room there now.
They all have to do it in person now.
Oh, they do it in person. Oh wow, I should come down. Oh, no more COVID nonsense. Good. Oh, there's my man.
Right on you.
No.
Yeah, that's not, you guys are meeting at the same time, basically.
We meet except for the summertime when we're on hiatus, we meet every single month on the first Monday at 6:30.
Okay.
Unless it's a holiday.
Unless it's a holiday.
Unless it's a holiday, and then we'll do it the second.
Now, if I wanna show up to just be nosy, do I need to like email you guys?
No, it's these meetings are all open. We're community members. We're just appointed to these positions, but we are community members. Everything is open to the community, every single meeting. So, I'm gonna call the meeting to attention at 6:36, since we do not yet have a quorum. And we're gonna start with our introductions. We're also, just so you know, if I told anybody that they were on the agenda and you don't see yourself, that is because I did a revision and our Hakil is filling in for us today. And our actual community associate is not here, and she's the one who got the revision. So he just now got it. He's going to print it out for us. So I'm gonna call the meeting to attention, 6:36. And we're just gonna start with our introductions, which are usually a little further down the agenda. I'm sure, being an artist, that we are better together. And one of the things in this part of the community board is about so much business, and while we are business, the collaboration and the togetherness is different for, in the art space. And I think that especially with resources and sometimes lack of resources, again, we're better together. So that being said, we're just doing a quick introduction. This is not the time to do your presentation. You can say where you're from or whatever, but we really wanna, you can say where you're from, but we really would more so wanna know who you are. What brings you to the meeting, where you're from, whatever you wanna tell in just, you know, a minute or so, or a minute or less. Really, a minute is a long time, and I'm talking too long. I will tell you who I am. I'm Daria Hardiman. I'm co-chair of this committee. I've been on the community board for about 8 years. I am a performing artist by trade. I'm a singer and an actor, and now have become a visual artist. I am a photographer with my first exhibit up at the Dwyer right now. And I'll say this, which I never say, I'm on the community board because somebody called me to do something for the community board. I didn't know what that was. When I came and I found out about it, I realized that some of the things that I have concerns about or complaints about, or even might be happy about or hope for in the community, and that I only talk to my friends about, that I could actually have a say in. And so it is my mission in life to tell every artist, especially, that, you know, when we're talking about business and that sort of thing, community business is so beneficial to us as artists. And, you know, more than just grants and stuff like that are great, but even more than that. So again, don't talk as long as me, but after you introduce yourself, you pick the next person, and the person I choose is Bernardo.
Okay. Well,
Wait, before you do, now we have a quorum. I'm calling the meeting to order at 6:39 p.m. Go right ahead.
Well, thank you, Daria. Myself, I am Renardo D'Amico Graves. I'm the founder and artistic director of Visions Contemporary Ballet. I started Visions in 2007. And have been working with The Field. It's an arts organization which sponsors artists. And, you know, I continue to do my work choreographing. And then in 2014, I had a medical situation which had me stop dancing for 2 years. And it happened at the time that I was going to have the company perform for the American Cancer Society. We have been performing annually since 2010. And it was a funny thing because I had been wanting to grow the company back how it was when I started. And I actually wound up missing that performance and coming back 2 years to the date of that performance, and performing for the American Cancer Society again with my company. But this time I had more dancers. And I continue to do that today. We stopped in the pandemic working with American Cancer Society, but annually I continue to produce work, and we've been downtown in 2 different theaters.
This is not the time for your presentation.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but
And so that's me. I'm originally from Detroit, Michigan. I am a Harlem resident. I do believe in community. And my mom used to be a community activist, which kind of gave me the community bug. And so although I'm here because of the grant requirement, I am very eager to learn more about what's happening in our community in arts and business. And that's me.
Thank you. Who do you choose? Anybody in the room or online?
Oh. This young man,
Osaliki.
Oh, Saliki.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Good afternoon. I'm trying to. Okay. I'm here.
Hello.
Hi.
Give us a
Thank
quick
you.
introduction.
Yes, I am Osaliki Sepulveda. I am the founder and executive director for the Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance.
welcome.
Thank you. Do I do the whole presentation now?
No, it's not
Later
time.
time.
This is not the time for the presentation. We just quickly want to know who's in the room. So
Okay,
in
thank you.
case anybody wants to collaborate.
Awesome. I'm open to
Okay,
that.
so who do you choose?
I have not chosen anyone yet. I'm very open. I am in conversations with
I mean, who do you choose? Who do you choose to go next?
Oh, to go next.
Yes.
Because I came late to the party. I don't know who came
You
first.
can choose anyone who's on Zoom, or I guess you can only see 3 of us in the room, so.
The lady who.
Yeah, sorry, I haven't changed my Zoom name yet. I will in just a moment.
Okay.
My name
Okay.
is Brittany Couch, pronouns she, her. I am the Education and Outreach Manager at Pentacle. And it's nice to see you all tonight. Thanks for having me. And I can pick Janie.
Hi, I'm Hani Gonzalez Velasquez. I'm the Senior Director of Business Affairs with Just Power Initiative, region from Venezuela, and I'm here 7 years now. I was a chemical engineer that never lost her love for the arts and could, now apply numbers and my love for numbers into the nonprofit world, which is really exciting. I'm always coming here to the CB9 meetings because we get grants through the WHCC. This is the first time that we're not doing a presentation about that. We just want to share the joy of our jams with everybody. And so we're looking forward to that. And I guess I'm going to pick the gentleman in a red sweatshirt. Yeah.
That me?
Yes, that's you.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a great segue from from chemical engineering to arts. My name is Walter T. Alexander. I am a board member on the board since 2018. My background is my voice. Still working on it now. I live in Harlem. I've been in my building now for 46 years. And born and raised in Harlem. And I love Harlem, and I joined the community board because I retired from my city job and I wanted to do something productive for my community. So I'm also the co-chair of the Senior Action Committee, which is another committee for seniors. So
And it's amazing, y'all.
Thank you. And I love this work. I love doing this work. And I'm going to be that boy, be Sophie.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm Sophie. I'm representing National Dance Institute, NDI, today. I was born and raised in Brooklyn. I've always danced, but right now I'm working in development at NDI, and it'll be 1 year later this month. Now you don't know anyone else's name, but I'll pass it to you.
Thank you. I'm Barbara Adeola Grant, and I'm a lifelong Harlemite. My company is Black American Dance Heritage, and my goal is to really bring swing dance and Lindy Hop art and dancing back into the public school system. Lindy Hop being the unofficial dance of New York State, born and created right here in Harlem. So that's my goal. And I work with a lot of the jazz dance people in the city, bringing them in front of the kids to show what we do. And we're intergenerational. My dance partner is 80 and still going strong. So yeah.
The older ones can get down.
Yes, we
They
can.
are like, yeah.
Before the next
Who do you
person
choose?
goes, I'm doing the minutes today. Everybody who's here tonight, when you sign in, could you also put your email address? We also send out, this is how you can stay in touch with us. We send out, as soon as we get in things from that's happening in Harlem, we disseminate. So just make sure we have your email address.
Where is the sign-in sheet?
It was on, I think Akil took it by mistake.
Is this over here?
No, yeah, that might be it.
Okay, who has not signed in?
I've written my name.
Signed in? I'm sorry,
You want it? It's some names on the back.
and, right, okay, and who do you choose?
I forgot to give my daughter a shout out. She apologizes for not being here, but she's doing karaoke, K-pop dance. I just, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Dalton Davis, co-chair along with Wilson T. Alexander for the Senior Action Committee. Also, I'm a former 7-year TA president at Grant Houses, and I love what I'm doing. That's why I'm here.
And a member of this committee as
I
well.
love this committee. I don't want to wear too many hats, but definitely member of this committee of arts and culture, and I love it.
And who do you choose?
You know, yeah.
Alana Mercado, originally from the Bronx, living in Harlem since 2006. Went to music and art, LaGuardia for visual arts, and I'm an attorney by career, but I still draw, and I've done photography over the years and stuff like that, and a member of the committee. I've been on the board since 2017, and I'm also on the land use committee. Oh, I'm sorry, did we get everybody? Because I came up.
No, this gentleman and Carolina.
Good evening, my name is Juan Aguirre, I'm from Mano Mano Pets and Coach Without Borders. It's an organization here at the edge of Capitol Heights. I'm a US Navy veteran. I was born in Mexico, but I did in the US here in New York for 35 years. I'm very interested in sharing our culture with people so that, you know, we can get rid of tensions and racism and get it.
Amazing. Last but not least, who? Bernardo was first after me.
I talked that much that you forgot. You sure did.
Hi, everyone. I'm Carolina. I was born and raised in Harlem. I'm a community board member. I'm a photographer during my off seasons out of work, and I'm a social impact consultant. Excited to be on the call with you all.
Thank you. And Juan. Juan, are you there?
Yes, I'm trying to figure out this laptop. My name is Juan Colmenares. I am a high school teacher here at Randolph High School in Harlem. And I've been living in Harlem since 1993. That's about it. The end.
Okay. Okay, so we have done our introductions already. We called to order at 6:39. We're gonna work our way back to adopt the agenda. Is there, I think I told somebody to remind me. Are there any additions to the agenda? No additions?
I don't know if I'm still in a.
No, you're on here.
Okay, great.
You're on here. Somebody emailed me at the last minute today and asked me if they could, oh, honey, it was you. Okay, and I finally called you as many times as you've been to the meeting. I always say, Janny. I'm sorry. It was you, so, okay. So I will add you under community updates.
Perfect, thank you.
Okay. And that's for you too, Walter, that it'll, okay. And so is there a motion to adopt the agenda with necessary changes? Is there a second? Thank you. We don't have our minutes. And they were turned in, she's not here, and I think he didn't get them, so we'll deal with that next week. Next thing on our agenda is our announcements. I just like to add this to the meetings because community board is one of those things that sometimes people know who we are, what we do, and sometimes they don't. And I always like to kind of take a moment and talk about who we are and what we do. And I already touched on it before. We are a quasi-city agency. We are community members that are We compete, we are interviewed, we are, and appointed by the borough president and the city councilmen, men or women, for these positions. They are 2-year positions, and we are a board of 50, all the community boards have 50. And we are the voice of the community, the official voice of the community to the elected officials. We don't get paid, except in our love, in the satisfaction of knowing that we, you know, are doing something for our community. That being said, a thing that I'm gonna start making sure that I remember to announce is we also have public membership here at Community Board 9. Not all, some community boards, but not all do it, and we do have public membership. So anyone who is interested is encouraged and invited to apply for public membership. We would love to have you. You would be a full member of this committee. You just are not able to vote. You're just not able to do official votes, but all of the work and all of everything, we would be happy to have anyone. And if anyone is interested, please let me know and I'll get you a form. The last thing is when you contact us, because we are volunteers, me and my ADD are not always good with emails. And it's just the truth, everybody. And so, in order to help each other out, we have co-chairs for every committee. My co-chair is her wedding anniversary tonight, so she wasn't able to make it. But in order to keep us, keep it moving so we can help each other out, we ask that if you email this committee that you can send it to any one of us, but we ask you to CC the other 2. So we ask you to send it to 3 emails. 3. The committee contact, if you don't remember any of them, at least the committee one is CB9arts with an S at yahoo.com. And then please CC the 2 co-chairs. Mine is my name twice, Daria at yahoo.com, Daria at yahoo.com. And also my co-chairs is T Lumley, TLUMLEY, T Lumley at hotmail.com. And those are the announcements. And we're going to move on to committee reports. And our first one is artist information.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Okay, from since our last meeting, October 13th, October 3rd until today, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27, 29, there's 2 added today. We sent out 29, when we get information, we disperse it to the community. So we sent out 29 notices of activities, performances, exhibitions, anything dealing with the arts. And as of today, there are 5, 10, 14 that are still active. So some have already passed. So that's where we stand.
And we asked the reason that we asked to put your information is so that you can also be added to the distribution list. Because really the main reason we even started this subcommittee was originally about opportunities and funding. So opportunities and funding come from that as well, come from this subcommittee. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
Oh, there's one of them, but it's one of them, there is a grant. So if you're not on, when you add your name to the list today, I'll look for the one that could either organizations or personal. Because if anything with money, we really try to get all our lights to the platform. Because a lot of us are not aware of this. And so your email address is there. I'll make sure that you get the information.
Thank you all.
Yes.
So you, put out notices on events as well?
Yes, if it's dealing in Harlem, yes. If you have a performance coming, if you're performing, I'd like to put it out. Because, the other dance organizations, but the comments starting to change. It's also networking too, so.
And, Walter, oh, I'm not even signed in. We can put it in this chat, your contact
Oh,
information.
sure.
Yours and Tina's contact information, we will put it in the chat. And also, while we're on the subject, our committee sends it out. And also opportunities, and performances and things like that are also sent out by our board office to the entire community. So we have a short list and the board office has a long list. And so, we ask that you send it to both our committee and to the board office so that it can, whatever you're doing can be spread far and wide as possible. Walter, you can come put it in whenever you, oh, you gonna go on? Okay. And I will put Eustace in there. I can't be typing and running the meeting at the same time. So I'll put it would you put Eustace in there as well?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Our next subcommittee is the Montefiore Park Tree Lighting Subcommittee. Ilana.
So I spoke to Michael, he's in Puerto Rico right now, so, the latest is, he's hoping to get an earlier date than last year because the weather was really cold. So it kind of made things a little difficult and the turnout, was less. So he's kind of aiming for December 1st around there, like the very beginning of December, I think, but I think last time was like the 17th. And he is interested in, working with the Every Voice, for Christmas carols, possibly in English and Spanish. And then also, I think there's a reception, or he's planning on having them. They usually have, and I guess he's gonna continue this reception in the Rio Gallery. So that's where it stands, but, I'm waiting until he comes back and then we can reconvene because he is away right now, so.
Okay. And, we're talking about the Montefiore Park. They have a tree lighting every year. At one of our meetings, they were here, and, there was some other organizations here that one of the organizations had been involved in that before. And so we got involved because, we're better together. So if anyone has any, at our last meeting, there was a kids choir organization. And we thought about perhaps they would have a performance opportunity, and that's that's an opportunity for them and for the whole community. If anyone would like to be involved, please talk to the Honorable Ilana Mercado, and she can perhaps connect you. The next one is Hamilton Theater Subcommittee. Lana or Walter?
There's no, and then we're gonna have to put a pause on that because,
Just nothing.
Yeah, he's having, Mike Dan calling our also board member. They wanna renovate the theater on 146th and Broadway, so it's sitting there idle for a few couple of decades. And they started the process, they took in architects and, they want to use it for community space. We started the ball a little while ago, maybe before COVID, and then everything went cold. So he's having an issue with the owner of the property, who's not being responsive. So we can't get information from him, we can't move forward. So we're gonna have to put a
pin in it for a while. Okay.
Till we have an update.
Okay.
I know, that's why I feel, because they did the theater in Brooklyn and they did the theater in Bronx.
Right.
They can do ours too.
Right. And the owner was open, like we were having community meetings and everything, but COVID, I think even if people were willing, sometime it just made it too easy to just not.
think,
Yeah,
oh,
so
yeah.
many things fell by the way. So what do you think? Maybe we should, we'll say quarterly then? We'll check in 3 months?
Well, when we have information,
Yeah.
if something pops up, we will.
Are they,
Okay.
did they do the Halloween sale this year there?
Halloween,
They usually,
Oh, at that,
someone usually rents it out and sells Halloween
I
stuff.
think aren't they having some other business in there now?
I saw a store in now.
Yeah, they have an actual store in there now,
Oh, okay.
in that part, but you know, it's 2 parts. So the part where the store is,
The front.
is, that's not landmarked. The back where the actual theater is, I guess, is it a separate building? But, well, the back, whether it's a separate building or not, is, landmarked. And so that we're trying to preserve it, and, you know, the theater is dilapidated, but still intact. So there's just listen, it goes on and on, but right now it's cold, so we won't spend any more time on it. But stay tuned, who knows? All right, so we are moving on to the strategic planning and community benefits agreement subcommittee.
I have no information on that. We didn't even have a meeting yet as far as.
There's a strategic planning committee meeting nobody attended it?
I never received anything.
Huh?
I didn't receive no email from you.
Really? Juan, Carolina, anybody? And did anybody go? They're not there.
No.
Okay.
No, I didn't go either.
I don't think it was. The meeting.
Okay.
Maybe.
Can you all, I sent an email today. Can you all please get together if you haven't already? And make a schedule of who's gonna go to what meeting? Cause I need to give that to Victor. Please. But we can talk about it offline. Okay. Next is Harlem Arts Alliance. And that is me. The Harlem Arts Alliance would like us to know, they just finished the marathon week. They actually did activities and got restaurants involved for marathon week, and they're now working on Harlem Restaurant Week and an international food festival for Harlem. I don't have all the information yet, but that is coming, so stay tuned. And once I do have the information, it will be disseminated to the community. And lastly is West Harlem Arts Alliance. West Harlem Arts Alliance is currently, Michael's out of town, like Ilana said, but they're currently really just going through all of the preliminary things when you are putting together a big organization. They just got the resolution from us last month for the 5,000 square feet of space that is promised, 5,000 square feet of arts space was promised to this community. And I want to make sure everybody hears that. It was promised to this community in the community benefits agreement, which was signed by Columbia to this community because years ago, because Columbia is doing so much eminent domain and taking so much of the community's space and land. The community benefits agreement, if you don't know what it is, go on MCB9 .org, which is our website, and you can find it there. And there are a plethora of promises and monies and grant opportunities and space and all kind of things. Even Columbia grad students can come and work for your organization, you know, things that Columbia has offered us that a lot of us don't even know about. And so we, again, have kind of made it our mission to delve into that and to glean all of the benefits that we can. The benefits are there, but they do us no good if we don't know about them and if we don't take advantage of them.
Quick question, is the WHDC the one in charge of like making sure that those benefits are coming into fruition, or is that an alignment between MCB9 and WHDC or another organization? I mean, I'm not sure how that works. Who is like making sure that those agreements are coming to fruition, all of them?
Well, that's the point. It's for the community. So the community has to hit it from every angle. So you could do it. The WHDC definitely, the WHDC facilitates a lot of the funding. They are the point persons on a lot of it. However, the WHDC is sort of moving out of the point person position, and they're trying to delegate it. And which the West Harlem Arts Alliance is one of those opportunities, I guess, where the WHDC can support the West Harlem Arts Alliance, but the West Harlem Arts Alliance can sort of take over, look at some of the arts things that are supposed to be gotten by the community. Also, the community board is looking at it. But we all, you know, again, I told you, we're volunteers. We're community members just like you. So we invite you, your organizations, your individuals to please, you know, and you can do it in concert with us. If you'd like, you can come to the meeting, bring it to us, anything, or you can go it alone. You could, whatever you want to do. I just keep talking about it because, again, the more we know, you know, the better it is for all of us. There's everything from free bus service that the community is supposed to get. There's again 5,000 square feet of art space that, you know, and this has been in, how long has the community benefits agreement been in effect? 25 years since 2000. Who said that?
You said the CBA?
Yeah, it's
About 2009.
2009, and we only have 25 years on it. And if we don't use it, a lot of the stuff we lose. So.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Carlton Davis for the people on Zoom. When they say lose it, what do you mean? I mean, like, with the money going to a money market account for the people to use, after payments are finished over 25 years. It should be going.
That's not what it says. It says if you don't use it, you lose it. And you know, to me, it has come up before. It almost feels like, can we renegotiate some of this stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because there is so much stuff that, again, the community doesn't even know about. But it behooves us to be trying to find out. You know, I was having a conversation today with the chair, and a lot of time you don't know what you don't know. And so organizations like the community board, that is we're kind of like the Pied Pipers out here. I always equate it to, like, you know, when somebody joins a church and they love their church a lot, and they wanna go around, it's like preaching a sermon all the time, trying to save people, quote unquote, because what we don't know is hurting us. But people don't always know that there is even a meeting to go to. So. Anyway, were there any questions?
I have a question in regards to that.
Yes.
So, with the community boards, the community benefits agreement,
Mhm.
is the new theater next to the, on 125th, is that part of that agreement?
Victoria?
No,
Those Victoria?
Is it
yeah, the Victoria, no,
No?
it is, but you know what, I believe, didn't the WHDC give a loan to that project? I think the WHDC might have given a loan to that project.
Well,
But was that the $2 million?
2015 bid, where they had a major meeting where,
Next to the Apollo.
Mhm.
funds both been supported to, Victoria, Renaissance Hotel. That was during it with, Curtis Archer.
Okay,
Curtis L. Archer, Victoria Mason Agley, who was an associate vice president, provost in government affairs, during her tenure at, Columbia.
mhm. But I believe the WHDC did also give
It all was involved, that's what
loan.
I'm saying, so it was a good connection between,
Yeah,
groups that was involved.
yeah, but it wasn't the community benefits agreement per se. It was money that came from the community benefits agreement, but also the community benefits agreement is supposed to be mostly for West Harlem. It spills over into Central Harlem, it spills over, but the money, the bulk of the monies is supposed to be for West Harlem, because it's West Harlem that is losing our land and our, our homes and our things, because Columbia is taking over. Right. So, were there any more questions? Sharon, I saw you shaking your head. Did you have something to say? Okay. And I think that's all for the committee reports. Community updates. Is Anthony here? Anthony Rojas? He is not. So, Hani, ready for your quick update?
Yes, very, very quick. We are very excited about sharing with you our intergenerational jazz power jam. That's happening at National Jazz Museum in Harlem on Saturday, November 18th, and Alianza Dominicana Cultural Center on Wednesday, November 15th. I can leave the flyer in the chat and maybe, share it with everyone. But we have done this jam for a long time, since 2017, and we were so lucky to receive a grant to bring it to West Harlem. So we're gonna do that again next April, and that's gonna be We Got That Swing. So just be prepared for that. That's gonna be really exciting to share in the next meeting. So yeah, I'll leave the flyer in the chat.
Amazing, thank you. Also, please send it to ePrints. This is our
Cindy, I put it in the chat.
ePrints
All the addresses in the chat.
at cb9m.org. That is our she is our district manager, and she'll send it out to the community as well. That's for everybody. ePrints at cb9m.org for any of your flyers if you wanted to go out to the rest of the community as well as our subcommittee.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, honey. Community updates. Okay, we're on to our presentations now. Jazzmobile could not be here tonight. So is Tova here? Tova is not here. Okay, moving on to mano a mano, Mexican culture without borders. Hi, Juan.
So, I'm here to talk about the project that was funded by the WHCC. So our organization has been in West Harlem for about 10 years, and we are operating out of the Church of the Intercession. We run space there, so we do events there, and we also work a lot with Spanish Society, which is not spring. But the program that we are funded for is to do workshops, crafts, craft making, like all kinds of crafts from Mexico. So we're going to be teaching people how to make from piñatas to jewelry, so all kinds of things. And we'll be sending out that information. We are going to do 40 hours of workshops. Each workshop is about 2 hours. All of those are going to happen at our space at the Church of the Intercession. And then we're doing 10 hours of music and dance presentations in schools in West Harlem.
Amazing. Amazing. And you're gonna send us the information once you have it?
Yes, as we, so the workshops are going to be from, starting now in December and then we'll go with June. So we're going to be sending out one workshop at a time, information, and the idea is that we get mostly residents from the area to attend these workshops. Our organization, we do a lot of things, but we mostly workshops, school visits, and public events, and those happen all throughout the city. But in the last 3 years, we've been working to do most things here in the area.
No question. When you say workshops, can you be more descriptive? Is this for kids? Is for adults?
Oh, yeah, no, the workshops we're doing are all for adults.
Is it charge, cost for?
No, they're all free.
Okay.
And then they're going to be for adults in our space, and then the music and dance is going to be for kids, for fifth graders.
It's like physical training, or like what details the workshop?
Yeah, so our workshop is craft comes to our space. They come to a space and they learn about the history of what we're doing. So first, an example, I think the easiest one is to talk about piñatas. Piñatas are very well known. Everybody uses them for birthdays and all things. So we're going to teach about the history. It's for like about 20 minutes, and then we teach people how to make them. Also, once they leave the workshop, they should be able to make their own piñatas at home whenever they have any activity. So we do that for workshops, paper flowers, or decorations. We do, and so the most sought after workshop that we do is jewelry. So it's a jewelry workshop where we talk about how to use tools, what materials to buy. The idea is that people who come to our workshops leave and they're able to do things by themselves. Very good.
That would be good for the seniors too. Huh?
And we don't have to do them all in our space. We can do them anywhere in West Harlem. So if you want us to go somewhere.
Or come here.
Come here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Was there any questions for Juan and mano a mano?
Ilana has one.
Ilana.
I'm looking at the website. It's really, I like the website's very user friendly and very beautiful. So just have a question about the school. So like, what are some of the schools that have you gone to before in West Harlem, and what is the process like? Do you reach out to the school? Does the school reach out to you? Like, what's the process for the school visits?
It's both. That schools reach out to us, and we also reach out to schools. But for this one, we're going to reach out to them because the idea is to do the project in West Harlem.
Okay.
They get a lot of people from Brooklyn, the Bronx, East Harlem that reach out there. Yeah. But if you know the school,
I do, yeah.
they're interested that we can go, we can go through that.
So we can talk about it.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Amazing. Now, does your group doesn't have musicians, do you?
We hire musicians to perform at our events because we do a lot of events. But the musicians, a lot of them live in the area, others live all over the city.
Okay. Amazing. Any more questions for Juan?
Well, just letting him know that we have musicians, just in case. So we can connect. And actually, I was really interested about Barbara's, what she was saying about Lindy Hop, and then the other lady that was talking about Montefiore. So I would love to connect with everyone. That'd be amazing.
Juan, if you want to put your information, and you can put your information in the chat, your contact, go ahead. Okay, and while he is doing that, we will go to our next presenter, which is Pentacle Dance Works. Brittany?
Hi, you said Brittany, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hi.
that's me. How are you guys?
Good.
Before I get started, I did want to ask one quick question. How are we receiving the agenda? Because the past couple of times I haven't been able to find it anywhere. Maybe you're sending it to someone else at my organization. Just wanted to see if we have access to that.
The agenda is at the meeting, basically.
Okay.
So let me see if I can. You know what? Here's my computer, but I'm not signed in. Let me
Yeah, take your time. I
sign
know
in
it
and
would be
I'll
really
try to
helpful
share.
to help follow along.
Yes.
So yeah, but take your time. I just want to make sure I hadn't been missing it. Thank you. So yes, I'm Brittany from Pentacle. We're an art services organization primarily dealing with dance. We have our teaching artist, Leah Tubbs, at Urban Assembly High School for the performing arts. She has been teaching there since 2018. So she's been an integral part of their community for a while. And she's teaching ballet for 9th through 12th grade. We've just started classes this year in like late October. I like to establish a little bit more of a rapport before I go like snapping any photos or anything. So I won't be showing anything today. But I've seen the trust and like genuine relationships she has with the school lead dance teacher, Miss Reed, and the students. I've seen it firsthand. It's really great to witness such a great balance of like education, growth, and recreation all in the same space. And Leah has her own dance company, and we're actually currently looking for, we pride ourselves on having teaching artists that are really working in their own practices while they're teaching artists. They're entrepreneurs and really active in the community. And we realized that these students, most of them have never seen a live performance. So right now we're playing with the idea of if we can find some funding to get these students to a performance, ideally with the teaching artists company, like seeing them perform in March. It's someone they're obviously really comfortable with and familiar, and I think it would be really cool for them to see that on stage. So if anyone has any ideas or connections, please let me know. As far as the classes, 9th grade is,
Add the door.
Sorry, 9th grade.
Sorry, Brittany.
No problem. Is full of energy, and they're always like excited to learn coming in. For them, she likes to use like out of the box ways to introduce the core like vocabulary and fundamentals of ballet. Trying to dispel that idea of ballet as something boring and strict, but also introducing them to that vocab and the fundamentals that they're going to need for later on. The 10th grade struggles a little bit with attendance. They're focusing on ballet terminology as well, and that'll be used in their winter showcase piece. 11th grade, because it's later in the day, the attendance gets a lot better there. They place their energy towards character-driven phrases to help them take more ownership in that performance piece that they'll be doing as well in the winter, and then building upon that for a show in spring. 12th grade attendance drops again, but we're working on it. She likes to move fast and challenge them because it keeps them engaged, and really puts some of that core terminology that they've learned into more complex ballet terms, and then breaking down the mechanics to really keep them involved and keep their gears turning. We have a performance in December. I will definitely be utilizing that email to spread that flyer for Urban Assembly and then a spring dance concert in May as well. And sometimes every once in a while, we'll do a Black History Month performance in February. We're not sure yet if they'll ask us to do that. And then, yeah, I guess that's it. I wanted to thank you guys for your support and for helping us execute this program. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Were there any questions for Pinnacle?
Yes, I have a question. This, you said ballet, is that traditional ballet? Are you open to Catherine Dunham or that technique? You mentioned Black History Month, that's why I wanted to know.
That's a great question. I think she sticks with a lot of, especially because they're usually beginners, just basic terms and terminology. As far as her company herself, I forget if I had to.
But I also have a friend that the same person that does the Catherine Dunham is connected to Juilliard. She teaches ballet there. She's a Black woman from Louisiana, I believe. Yeah. So I'd love to connect you to, yeah. And she's here in New York, she's based here in New York.
Yeah, we love utilizing that history too. Yeah.
Put my info in the chat, so chat me up.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'd love to. Any other questions?
Any other questions? Okay, thank you, Brittany.
Thank you.
Next is collectives for art, music, and dance. Osaliki.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. I have a PowerPoint presentation I'd like to share. If that's okay.
Yes. And I think you should be able to share, but let me double check. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'm Osaliki, sorry. I am Osaliki Sepulveda. Back to beginning. Okay, Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance is a 501c3 culture organization. It's a culture organization dedicated to providing low-income communities with holistic, sustainable, and authentic cultural programs and wellness education that challenges the mind and activates the body. So I'd like to share a background on how we came to be. So we were created in the South Bronx in 2019 by a group of young people who, with a profound interest in continuing their cultural heritage, learning experience. The concept was to form a fresh folkloric dance ensemble that could continue exploring these young, I'm sorry, I got a little confused here. So the concept was to form a fresh folkloric dance ensemble that could continue exposing these young people to learning more about their cultural roots and to create a platform where they could be ambassadors to the culture. As interest in performance grew substantially, so did the demands by schools and community centers to do cultural workshops and demonstrations at their sites. So also more curious young people sought to become part of the dance ensemble. So in an effort to supply and sustain the demand for these kinds of cultural programs and performances, we became a legal cultural entity called the Dominican Collective Dance Ensemble. However, to provide more ethnically inclusive programming demands, we had to amend our institutional name to Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance so that we could become more inclusive. So promptly, Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance started offering cultural education for schools and community centers, such as trainings in traditional arts and popular dances. Also, opportunities grew for members to perform and exhibit their work to the general audience, regardless of age, gender, race, and culture. what do we do? Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance provides interactive and fun cultural activities and wellness programs in diverse communities across New York City. Our initiatives are a summer cultural hub, year-round multicultural programs, and multidisciplinary wellness activities. All programs are open to all ages, age groups, regardless of race, sexual orientation, or ethnic backgrounds. One of our most popular programs is the Summer Culture Hub, which serves over 150 young people ages 7 to 13 in activities such as arts and craft, percussion, folk dance, and popular dance activities. Our Summer Culture Hub runs for 6 weeks, Monday through Thursday, starting in July and ending in August every year. We offer 4 daily activities from 10 a.m., between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. That's our summer program. Our year-round multicultural program happens during the school year from starting in October to June. We run an inclusive folk dance and Afro percussion training program for young people between ages 14 to 25. The program is divided into 3 sessions throughout the year. The first session starts in October and ends in December, then January to March, April to June. Recruitment happens throughout the summer cultural hub, but also through our monthly newsletter publications, word of mouth, and social media platforms. Our multidisciplinary wellness activities throughout the year, we, in partnership with social service-based organizations, Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance organizes community activities that include healthy eating workshops, panel discussion on mental health, as well as wellness programs through dance exercise, stretching, and relaxation classes. These activities are organized and published 3 months in advance so that our audience can have an opportunity to save the spot. In all these we offer is completely free. So who do we serve? Our constituency is multilingual and interdisciplinary community that includes a diverse audience from urban to rural communities, as we have created a network of local artists that in community organizations we partner with. We can bring a wide variety of cultural and wellness programming that recognizes and celebrates the diversity of communities in New York City. Each year, Collective for Arts, Music, and Dance impacts thousands of people, mostly youth, in underserved and marginalized communities in the United States through our cultural events, workshops, and cultural diversity, healthy eating, wellness activities through dance classes and exercise, and folkloric performances. So our fiscal year 2024 agenda. In this present fiscal year, we have been graciously awarded a grant through the West Harlem Development Corporation to address the need for more inclusive folk arts and traditional programming in outdoor events in the West Harlem community. In previous years, we have collaborated with community organizations such as the Dominican Civic Culture Center and the New York Multicultural Festivals. Our aim is to continue strengthening our current relationships and cultivate new ones by furthering our collaborations through multicultural activities, multidisciplinary programs, and outdoor events. And this is our website, www.c4amd.org. Our number is there, social media platforms. And we are here to learn more about other organizations and to collaborate.
Are there any questions? I had a question. Your multidisciplinary programming, is that for adults as well as kids?
It is
the dance
adults,
programs?
Yes, it's for adults and kids. It's for family.
And where are those programs?
We run sections on 145th in the Dominican Civic Culture Center. And we also run in Washington Heights for 4211 Broadway. That's the bus terminal platform. We work in collaboration with an organization there called Juan Pablo Duarte's Foundation.
Okay. Thank you. Any more questions? Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Next, we have National Dance Institute.
Okay, again, hi, I'm Sophie. So National Dance Institute, or NDI, as I'll be referring to it, was founded by ballet dancer Jacques d'Amboise. He, towards the end of his career in 1976, he decided that he would go to public schools around New York City and offer to teach ballet classes to the children there for free, as long as it was part of the curriculum, because he believed that was the only way you could reach all children, is to go into the school day and engage all the children in the classroom. And so since then, we have expanded to now 47 partner schools in the 4 boroughs, Staten Island. And most of our schools being concentrated in Manhattan. And particularly, the reason why I'm presenting here today is because the WHDC gave generous support to fund specifically our program at PS 161, Pedro Albizu Campos. And so there we have 4 classes of 4th graders that are teaching artists go in every week for the year and teach them dance and live music. So every NDI class has 2 teaching artists who are the choreographers and 1 musician, because we truly believe that live musical accompaniment to dance is extremely important, and there's just like kind of a synergy that happens when you combine movement and music. So at PS 161, we're reaching 65 students this year. Every Monday, they'll gather in the auditorium for classes with our 3 teaching artists, one of whom is an alum of the program himself and is now a teaching artist and board member at NDI. The classes that we reach include bilingual classes. One of them this year, we were told a lot of them are brand new to the school and the city. We also reach self-contained classes. I just learned the term self-contained, but it's classes for students with disabilities. And so we truly believe that dance should be an art form that is inclusive of everyone. At NDI, we believe anyone can dance, and that dance in particular, the arts in general, but dance in particular to us, has the power to reach students of all abilities, class, race, background, ability, whatever it might be, to achieve their personal best, to be challenged, and to just be immersed in the world of art, and to have them develop not just like physically, because it is such of a physical art form, but also emotionally and cognitively, so that they can succeed in their school or whatever they set their mind to. And something else I wanted to mention is that this year, every year we choose a curricular theme, and this year it's the environment and climate change. And so we always like are in conversation with the schools that we work with. And so we actually talked with the classroom teachers and tried to find ways that we could connect the art, the dance and music we're bringing to this theme of the environment, to what they're learning in school, whether it's geography and like New York geography and social studies, or like the environment, like landforms and science they're going to learn about this year. That was a lot. And I welcome any questions you might have. I'm just trying to quickly not think if there's anything I forgot. I'll say again, this is a full year residency. We believe in not just kind of coming in one day, doing a dance class with the kids and heading out. It builds upon itself. So in the beginning, they're learning movement. Towards the middle, they're learning sequences of movement. They're memorizing, they're counting beats. And then there's always a mid-year performance for their peers, the school community, their families, their friends. And then at the end of the year, there's a culminating performance where you'll see all they've learned and grown
What school are you at again? Where are you?
Yes, PSMS 161.
Okay. And where is that?
I'm gonna have to check on the exact address. I'll Google it for you and let you know.
Okay, I'm just curious. It's not, it's where?
It's not far from here, because I passed by on the way, but I don't remember. Which street it's on, and it's like, it's not far, that I remember.
Okay, just curious. Were there any more questions for Sophie Tova? What's your name? Tova, right?
That's
Okay.
me.
Any more questions for Sophie? Okay, Sophie, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Just for a minute, for those of you who are online, I am sharing the second page of the agenda, so you'll have it. So please take a quick screenshot, because I'm not gonna leave it up. Our next presentation is Visions Contemporary Dance, Renardo.
Hello, again, I am Renardo D'Amico Grace, and it's actually Visions Contemporary Ballet.
Ballet.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
No problem. Visions Contemporary Ballet.
Amazing.
Yeah. I want to say, I started my company. I'm the founder and artistic director of Visions Contemporary Ballet. I started the company in 2007. I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing. I knew I was just compelled to present work. And it wasn't until after a life-changing experience in 2014 that I realized what it was that I was doing. And my mission is to share work that comes from my experience of Black male choreographer. So that's the African-American experience that is about human beings. It's about humanity, it's uplifting. And to be able to move people through the art of dance, to give people hope, even if it's through just that one performance. And I will tell you about my project, but I want to share a little bit about my vision. After my accident, I actually was diagnosed with brain cancer in 2014. And I came back to the dance world 2 years to the date of that time. And while I was in treatment, I took several different works that I have been choreographing. You have a 5-minute here, you have a 10-minute here, a little doohickey over here that you've been presenting all over New York at different places and whatnot. And so, not moving, I composed all of that work into 3 full-length ballets. And I presented that work in 2017 and then again in 2018. And we've mostly been presenting work over at the Riverside Theater, which is bringing me to my project now. We will be at the Riverside Theater this year for 3 nighs. 3 nights for a dance company of my capacity is a big deal. I invite you all to come out, share this event with your friends and family, let them know that it is happening. Part of my mission is to make sure that I am bringing work to the community that is affordable. So there are discounts for seniors and students. I even give out free tickets depending on how I've been reaching out through the community to connect with people. Yeah, and so let me just read a little bit about the project. It's called Humility and Faith. Visions Contemporary Ballet presents Humility and Faith. And with the little press release, I'm just reading this. It says, and Humility and Faith presented by Visions Contemporary Ballet, Renardo D'Amico Grace, founder artistic director, that's me, commissioned choreographer and brain cancer survivor, inspires others. that all that you do be done in love. And I heard that in church one day. It was 1 Corinthians 16:14. I'm not big on reciting scriptures, but that particular one stood out to me. So I wanted to share it in my press release. 3 thought-provoking works choreographed by me in humility and faith, conveying messages greater than the artist. So this company is bigger than me. My work is the work that I do is not about me, it's bigger than me. Featuring the premiere of Backbone, and 2 other works. Again, so the concert is going to be November 17th through 18th. That's Friday, Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 3 p.m. at the Riverside Theater, which is right over here at 91st and Claremont Avenue. And if you would like to purchase tickets or share the ticket information, please go to visionscontemporary.com/performances. And if you don't remember that, just go to the website visionscontemporary.com. I'm also on Instagram at Visions Contemporary Ballet. If you guys want to go, actually, everybody just go to Instagram and follow Visions Contemporary Ballet now while you can. Black Backbone is inspired by a Black artist's heartfelt journey, integrity, and loving deeply, with music by Veronicas, and some of you may know Queen Esther. Queen Esther, I will be performing work by her, so hurrah to that. There are no words to describe the journey, the sweat, the blood, the war that is being a Black artist. Does anybody recognize that quote? That's by Viola Davis. We attended Juilliard together. Also being performed is Tainted Black. It's a celebration of the beauty of being Black, set to music that is inspired by positive, and has powerful messages of Blackness composed by artists of the African diaspora and roots. Roots is rooted in prayer. It's about self-growth, and it's a signature work that is spiritually uplifting and an audience favorite. Roots is one of the ballets that I continue to bring to audiences annually each year. Once we traveled to Michigan, and my mom said, "You should put that piece first. You put your best stuff first," you know, and I'm thinking like, okay, well, we'll gotta juggle that. My goal is to really support West Harlem with live performance, live dance performance. And when I found about this opportunity, I was very excited and nervous because I didn't know if I could get the grant. But I saw an opportunity for me to do what it is that I've been compelled to do here where I live. I don't know what I'm missing, but I think I've spoken long enough. Again, you guys can find Visions on Instagram at Visions Contemporary Ballet. And then the website is visionscontemporary.com/performances for tickets. Oh, and for you guys here, I do have flyers. So take some and pass them around, please.
And you can also leave some for the board office.
Okay, and then if that's not enough, if anyone wants more, I have more.
That's amazing. Are there any questions for Bernardo? It is. It is. Okay, thank you so much, Bernardo.
Thank you.
And we are going to go back to Tova, the Tailoring Volunteer Project.
Thank you. I was over at the Health and Environment meeting.
Oh.
And then I was texting Laquita because she was there, and I finally like, wait, is this Health and Environment or Artificial?
I wonder if Rohan over there. You said Rojas was missing?
Yeah,
Anthony Rojas?
Anthony Rojas is over there.
I don't know. I wonder if other people may be there too now that you
I
mentioned.
don't know, because that is a 3291, so.
Yeah, but it's another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
anyways,
sorry.
hello, so I work in a tailoring shop, we make the principal men's costumes for Hamilton, we make things for Wicked for many, many years. And I live here in Harlem on 145th and Riverside, and my desire is to give back to the community from my skills and knowledge. And so I am, like, at the very beginning, I had this dream of doing this in the summer, and I've just been recently, like, I just gotta figure out a way to start this. So I've been going to meetings and talking to people, and I'm trying to find a place where I can teach tailoring to youth and or formerly incarcerated people. And this requires 2 or 3 things. One is, the biggest thing is it requires a space with sewing machines, and preferably for free, because I'm doing this as a volunteer and nobody's gonna pay for it. So,
Unless you get a grant from WHDC.
unless I get a grant, so that's 2 or 3 things, so there could be a grant. And it would be great if they're industrial sewing machines, because that's just better than domestic sewing machines. But I don't know how possible that is, and I don't know what's available in the neighborhood. And maybe it won't be possible in the neighborhood, maybe I have to go somewhere else into a makerspace or something. I'm still figuring this out. And then possibly a grant, we'll see if, because supplies and things will be required. And then students. So who are those students? How do I get in contact with people who are really passionate about making things with their hands? I know that for me, my journey, I'm not a dressmaker, I'm a tailor. I made my coat that's there. I don't make things a lot, but when I do, I would make them nicely. And like, I'm not interested in teaching people how to make clothes. I'm not interested, I might be willing to, like, it might be useful to teach people how to do alterations, because that's a viable career that they can then take and do, that has a wider audience than building a bespoke suit. However, I'm just trying to, figure out what to do.
Were you able to reach out to either of those, to Sew Harlem? Who did I give you? Sew Harlem and the Fortune Society? Remember I texted you though?
I know the Fortune Society,
Okay.
and, yeah, I have not reached out to Sew Harlem yet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd like to find a space. So I know the
Sew
Fortune
Harlem
Society
has a
doesn't-
space.
They have a space.
They
Okay,
have a
great.
space, they have a program,
Okay.
they have
great.
machines,
Oh,
they have
amazing.
everything.
Where are they?
They're I sent you the whole website.
I was
You just
so focused on this.
I'm wounded. I'm wounded you didn't look. They are on, what are they on Amsterdam?
I did look at it.
Amsterdam and like
124th Street and Amsterdam Avenue.
what?
126th Street rather. And
126. Oh,
One,
hey,
two,
Pierre.
six. Hey, how are you doing? I also taught fashion design at Fortune Society, so I'd like to talk to her when we're off.
Okay. Amazing.
That is, Pierre, put your information in the chat, please.
I'm sorry because I'm using my phone instead of my computer, so there are a lot of buttons I don't see on here, but I'll definitely, you can
Okay,
refer my information to her if you don't mind, please.
Okay, I will.
And is there somebody at Sew Harlem that I should talk to in particular?
Do you know the name of that lady, Pierre?
Yeah,
I'm trying
her
to get
name
the
is
number.
Janet Rodriguez. The only thing there is that they base all their programs based on funding. So if you're either come in where you have to pay to use the space, or you already come in with funding, which in essence still means that that's why and how you get to use the space. But just to say, and now I'm not saying this to discourage you, you're welcome to go and try, but that's sort of like how they operate. It's either you come in as a student, or if you come in offering a program or anything, you have to have pre-existing funding and that sort of thing.
Right. Pierre, could you tell her what your former position was so she can understand?
Okay, so I was the design director at Calvin Klein Men's Outerwear until a few years ago when I created the Harlem Public Arts Project and devoting a lot of my time to giving back to the community in the way of art and fashion.
Awesome. So he's an excellent resource. He also, aren't you one of the founders of Brooklyn Fashion Week? What are you
Well,
doing?
I'm the marketing director there, but I've been doing a lot of things more closer and closer to home. So right now I'm wrapping up this mural project that's behind BBQ Dinosaur near the Cotton Club. So
Yeah,
if any of you walk in that area, that's all us.
Okay, I just gave somebody your information, by the
Yes.
way.
Yes, please
they
do,
reached
because
out.
the only reason why I haven't continued to do the classes at Fortune is because I have quite a few other projects going on. But if she wanted to join forces, I would certainly want to continue
That
if
would
I
be
knew
great.
she was interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's a pretty much plug and play. I've been doing this with them for the past 5 years, on and off.
Great.
Do they have money for machine? Can they get machine? Like, how hard would it be to get machines?
So they didn't have a machine when I first started, so I just taught the class and some of the students had machines, but right now I was able to get them to purchase a machine. So they do have one, which to my knowledge is not currently being used. But again, if she would be, I'm sorry, what is your name again, the young lady speaking?
Tova.
Toba?
Tova.
Toba. Okay, Toba.
V is in victory. T is in Voltaire.
Tova, yes, got it. Tova. Yes, so yeah, pretty much up to my second group of changing of the guards there. So I do know some of the people. So it would just be a question of just us getting together. As a matter of fact, this project that I was working on, they were supposed to participate, the mural project. But then something had happened there. But yeah, so if you are interested, let me know.
Very interesting. I'm excited to talk to you about it. Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
First, Pierre, could you put your information and your organization in the chat, please, so I can, we can keep you connected?
You know, I'm gonna try to figure it out because I'm using my phone.
Pierre, I'll give it.
All right,
Yeah,
and I need your last name and your official organization.
I don't have.
It's
Okay,
on the,
okay, last name,
it's Peter.
it's on the,
Yeah,
I got.
yeah, if you look on the back, I
All right,
put everybody's,
All right.
I think I got everybody's website and their name with their organization.
Oh, I got you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys, thanks.
Thanks, Pierre.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, and any more questions or resources or information or anybody that, information for Tova?
This is
Okay,
great. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I'm sorry, there's a lady that's on 141st Street between St. Nicholas and the block, I think it's the Terrace, Brownstone. Big block. And she
oh,
always-
that lady, yes.
I don't know her name.
I don't know her name either.
But-
There's
but
another sewing
fashion
right
person.
across the street
From the
from the Hamilton.
Yeah,
Hamilton
so
House.
I actually know, hello?
You know
Yeah.
her?
So I actually know a little bit about this based on the research I had been doing in terms of finding out the first fashion school that existed in Harlem. And so that used to be a location that where they actually was an accredited high school. They had an accredited high school program. But the person who initiated passed away about 3 or 4 years ago. And I'm not sure if it's still active because I've tried a few times and no response because they used to have classes on Saturday afternoons. So you might have better luck, but yeah, you could look into that.
I met the daughter, but
Yeah, so
I
the
don't,
daughter is running the brownstone where they used to do the classes on the first floor.
oh, but she's
But
not, is she doing something else there or?
I don't think that it's active is what I think, because the daughter was not really that involved. It was the dad, and then he had an apprentice who was also who was running it when he passed. But like I said, I've made a couple of attempts to even go by there, and there was no response. So you guys might have better luck than I did.
Okay. And Tova, I just thought there's another, just from the fashion world, I know another woman who is a tailor as well. And who might just be just sort of a general resource that somebody you might be able to put your head together with as well. And I'll have to find her number and send it to you. I can't even think of her name. I think it's something like June or something like that, but I'll send it.
Thank you.
Anything else?
That's all.
Okay, for our old business, we're gonna talk about the restaurant and public spaces and visual arts collaboration program, which is a continuation of a program that we did before, where we actually partnered with public libraries and restaurants in Harlem to basically just try to create some spaces for where visual artists could hang. That is something we were doing before COVID. We hadn't looked at it until recently. My co-chair Tina Lumley brought it up again, and I put it on here for her to talk about, but she's not here because it's her wedding anniversary. So I just gave the full explanation so that you'll know what it is, but we're not actually going to talk about it today. We're gonna table that until next meeting next month. Is there any other old business though? Board members? Is there any new business?
Since you're doing a project as a Dwyer, it'd be nice for us to have the information. I don't have it. I would like for us to come and support you as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I just, you know what, I have to get the official dates because they had an opening and put my stuff up, except they didn't actually put it on the wall. It was on easels. And I just talked to them and they're gonna actually hang me for their new, because they're getting ready to change over. You know, everything that's been hanging there the last few months is gonna come down and I get the privilege of being in there. And as soon as I have like dates and real stuff, I will send it. But thank you for being interested. Thank you. I appreciate that. Any new business? Okay, then all that is in order.
See how this works with the sharing of information. This is why I like for us to stay connected. So we can, this is why we started this, to disseminate information so we can reach out to network and stuff with each other and follow what we're doing in Harlem.
Yes, and thank you all for coming. And please, please stay in touch because like Tova is, well, everybody is an example of what we do here. And Tova is the example of how, even if you don't exactly know, you sometimes, especially as artists, we don't even know what it is, or we don't even know how to get it done. And she is the prime example of what I'm talking about, how you can come in a room of a bunch of resourceful people and get your project moving, get it going. And at the very least, whatever you're doing, you know, we signed up, we volunteered to be cheerleaders for this and to be advocates and to use our time and energy to make sure that y'all win. That if y'all win, we all win. We all win. So thank you so much for coming, everyone. And all that we need is a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, we are adjourned at 8:07 PM. Thank you, everyone.
Yes,
We'll see
thank
next
you.
month.
Thank you.
Next month, December 4th is our next meeting. Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Sorry.
Yes, sir.
Form that I